Okay, welcome to week 4. And this week we get to cover a topic that is near and dear to my heart, which is qualitative research. And in fact, I like it so much I named this week qualitative research, even though a couple of the chapters are related to qualitative research but are also related to quantitative research. But qualitative research is my favorite. So, and I'm the teacher, so I get to call it what I want. So, chapter 7 is all about qualitative methods for doing business research. So, we're going to talk about the role of qualitative research that is especially useful in exploratory research designs. But I would also argue that in true voice of the customer research that is used in many cases in black belt projects, like many of you will do as a part of this program, or just for marketing purposes. True voice of the customer research includes both quantitative and qualitative. I think there are some things that qualitative research can do in terms of probing emotions and experiences that quantitative research is just not designed to do. So we'll talk about the role of qualitative research. We'll talk about some basic qualitative research orientations that relate to what constitutes qualitative research and what is good qualitative research. And gets to a little bit of the epistemology and how we understand how we know truth and how information and knowledge is gained. We'll talk about some qualitative research tools and some of the advantages and disadvantages that they have. And we'll talk about how technology, once again, has made a big impact on qualitative research and has made it much more accessible and much easier to analyze. Next, chapter 11, we're going to talk about observation. Now here again, observation can be a very important part of a qualitative research project or program, but there are also observation methods that are more quantitative in nature. So we'll talk about what observation is and its role in business research. We'll talk about direct and contrived observation, and we'll talk about mechanical observation, and finally we'll talk about some types of observational techniques that actually measure what our bodies do, facial muscles twitching and eye movement and even brain waves and things, cool sciencey stuff like that. Then lastly, chapter 18 is again another topic that can be related to qualitative or quantitative research, which is field work, actually going out and collecting the data in the field. So this is very important if you are collecting data yourself, or if you're hiring someone to go do it for you. You need to know how to do this well, how to not bias the data by the way it is collected. So we're going to talk about what is required of field workers, the skills that they need to have, and again, this could be you or it could be someone that you're hiring. We'll talk about principles of good interviewing and talk about how you can effectively manage field workers who are out there gathering data. So this, you actually get to do some research. The planning is over, or at least hopefully mostly completed. And for your research deliverable this week, you are going to go collect some data. So you're going to choose one of those qualitative methods we're going to talk about, and that is related to your research question and plan. And you are going to go collect some data and analyze it and you are going to start generating answers to those important research questions that you came up with earlier in the course. Everything else is pretty standard. As always, I'm here to help if you need me, and I will look forward to hearing about your experiences as you go from being a planner to a doer of research.